Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to welcome all the attendees of this session. It's now time to introduce Speaker of the Day, Dr. Meenu Chopra, Associate Professor, School of Law, Lovely Professional University. She is specialized in taxation law. She has been working in the field of accountancy and taxation from past 18 years. Having experience in industry and academics, she continuously keeps on harnessing her skills while pursuing various courses on expandable areas such as soft skills, educational in leadership, outcome-based pedagogy, developing IPR, and other associated fields. She has been researching business law, constitutional law, and matters of social interest. I welcome you, ma'am. I also welcome Professor Gaurav Kataria. He has been working in academia for the last 16 years. Currently, he serves as a professor at the School of Law at Lovely Professional University. He worked for several national and international organizations. Last year, he graduated with a master's degree in business administration from the USA. He has authored 6 books and 30 research papers published in national and international peer-reviewed journals. As a resource speaker, he has delivered several talks to various national and international organizations. He organized many national and international conferences, symposiums, seminars, and workshops, and completed several projects funded by government and non-government organizations. His main research interests are in the area of law as well as management. Professionally, he has expertise in teaching and learning research, higher education management, knowledge management, and capacity building in higher education. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
We also have with us Mr. Pankaj with Head Department of Tie-ups, Division of Admission, Lovely Professional University. Holds a master degree in management with a keen area of interest being training and development. He is having over 19 years of experience in multiple domains, including teaching, training, and operations. He has occupied strategic position in multiple organizations of repute. Today, he's going to take up eligibility, scholarship, fee, and infrastructure part of the university. I welcome you, sir. Over to you, madam.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So as if for all the audience whosoever is present here, so now I am going to discuss or tell you something about the School of Law, Lovely Professional University. So as if right now we are sitting here and it is a building School of Law, block number 21. It is located all here in LPU. Then in case if I have to discuss about the university overall rankings and other things, so you must be knowing about the university and the institution itself. So we have been ranked at number 3 across all India. That is in the utter rankings of institutions and innovation achievement awards. Then Times Higher Education Impact Factor Global Ranking 2021, LPU has been ranked among the 200 global universities at the 2nd place. Then in case if I talk about the NARF rankings 2021, LPU is ranked among the top 100 Indian universities and the colleges. And juniors ranking, if I talk about that, LPU has been ranked at 11th place in the best universities in the arena of placements. Similarly, if I talk about the School of Law, so School of Law, for the information on their students, it is approved by the Bar Council of India. So all the budding lawyers must be aware that any institution which is considered as a legal education institution has to be approved by the Bar Council of India. And so is your School of Law, LPU. Then NARF rankings individually, if I have to discuss about the schools, School of Law itself. So our individual rank in the LPU's rankings in the NARF stands at 24th amongst all the government and the private law institutions in India. And this is a national level ranking which is done by the government of India. And accordingly, this is our rank. Then Outlook iCare ranking, if I talk about its ranking, LPU has been ranked at 4th place, 4th best institute in India and first institute in Punjab itself, which is promoting higher education in legal arena. And School of Law, LPU, if I talk about what is the mission of us, we basically want to do what? We basically want to groom the students, that is, who are well-trained, compassionate legal professionals and who can interpret and research evolving social and legal issues and provide legal services along with social and professional leadership. So it's not only about the education on which you people are going to be prepared with, but also the other instances which are important for the overall development of the student, those are also taken care of as such. As if I talk about the mission of the School of Law, so mission is what? That is, we are nurturing the legal professionals who can appreciate and compassionately uphold the spirit of law in the light of local as well as the global perspectives. So we are not looking at the law only at the institutional level, but institutional level, at the local level, and also to the international level itself. And to undertake the impactful research addressing national and international legal and social issues, to collaborate with industry professionals and other stakeholders in order to ensure the holistic development of students for professional and social leadership. So, my dear students, you must have seen that is we are much more concerned for the professional and the social institutional leadership. So, it's not only the education which is only to go by the books, by the bare acts, but also how you are prepared for upholding the leadership positions ahead. We prepare you for the same as well. Now, students, specifically talking about the programs that we people are offering. So, specific programs being offered at the School of Law are these many, like it is the BA LLB Honors, BBA LLB Honors. Both of these programs are the 5-year honors program. Then for the students who are willing to do law after the graduation, after the completion of their graduation, it is the LLB degree, which is a 3-year course, is to be considered. And for the post-graduation, we are having the LLM course with us. And of course, we do have the PhD degree with us, as we always acknowledge ourselves as an institution which is focused on research. So hereby, of course, the PhD degree is to be considered accordingly. Then proceeding ahead, students, so the career-focused honors electives that has been offered for the, we could say, the overall development of the students, it is the business law basket we are offering, constitutional law, international law, criminal law, judiciary practice, and IPR in masters, along with the above 6 specializations. So these are the 5 very most effective areas where the legal professionals are building their profiles as such. So no doubt some of them are the traditional and the core areas of law, but also we are focusing on the upcoming arenas in the law as such. Okay. So accordingly, the IPR, international and the business laws are being offered to the students as a specialization. Then core strengths of the course, we have talked about that. Of course, the core strengths, it includes the focus on development of the client interaction skills. So majority of the time, we people are providing opportunities to the students so that they can exercise the traits of the profession. So which among them, client interaction skills is the most important one, and that is what we are focusing upon, that it should be developed among the students. Then curriculum, of course, it is benchmarked with the top national institutions and BCI model curriculum. So topmost institutions, once we are talking about whether it is the NLUs or any other things, our curriculum is benchmarked with them. Whatever teaching subjects and the pedagogy is being used there, that has been incorporated in our curriculum as well. And in order to ensure that the proper exposure must be there to the students with regard to the legal education as well as the practical arenas they must be aware of, for that we are providing code and field visits to them. And practical exposure is also provided through the moot courts and the mock client interviews, industry focused subjects and pedagogy, and of course, LPU is known for the placements, and active placement assistance is also provided for the development of the students as such. Now, talking about the faculty of the School of Law. So, faculty of the School of Law students, I am happy to inform you that 100% faculty is UGC NET qualified. Okay, so all the faculty members are qualified enough, they are NET qualified. 70% of the faculty members are PhDs and 20% of the faculty members are PhD pursuants. Okay, so you could see the level of education of the faculty members as if they are the expert in their areas, and I believe they will be able to share their expertise with all of you also. Then, if I say what is a differentiator as a LPU School of Law, so hereby we are focusing specifically on the live interactions in webinar with the eminent legal experts. So now the arena of the, you could say, the COVID time has also been passed on there. So even at that time, we people have been associated with the various institutions as well as the academicians, the jurists, the judges, or the advocates who are best in the field, and accordingly their expert opinions have been taken. Then training through the moot courts also we are providing to the students. Then opportunities for participation in conferences, workshops, online courses, etc. has also been provided. Digital resources are very important in today's arena because we are looking at a scenario that many of the students are not in the situation to access the library, they are not in the campus, so accordingly they can access the digital resources as well. Then internship opportunities with eminent jurists and the legal professionals. So internships are playing very important and a vital role in the learning of the students, and this is what also we are ensuring. Highly qualified faculty, having experience in various fields of law, it's there just for the reason that the overall package, that the overall input that you are getting from the professionals and experts in School of Law, it has to be the best one. Okay, so accordingly the things have been planned. So as of talking about the internships, so internships are very important for our students. We are providing internship to all the students as if for the 5-year and also for the 3-year students, the internships are compulsory. So when I am talking about the internship for the 5-year student, there has to be compulsorily 20-week internship as such. And as such, once we are talking about the LLB 3-year program, thereby the internship has to be the 12-week internship, which is spread across the duration of 3 years, and accordingly every year the student is supposed to be sent on internship for a duration of 1 month. And this is how the students are bridging the gap between the theory and the practice. Then students have to defend and explain their learning through the Viva after the pre-internship. So it is not merely the internship which is being done for the sake of internship. Rather, the purpose is that you should be able to learn new things, should be able to understand new areas of law. So accordingly, the knowledge of the student is being sufficed with the help of internships. Then if I talk about the industry corporations or associations with whom we are working, so these are certain glimpses of the organizations with whom we are working, whereby our students are working either as an intern or they are having the pre-placement offers, and otherwise also they are visiting these places and thus updating the knowledge. Now students, I am telling you about the events at the School of Law. So as of the events in the School of Law, if I say about that, so we are hosting many international and national level events at our campus. So this is the time pre-COVID era when we are talking about. So it was an international moot court competition that was conducted in the August 2019, whereby the dignitaries from the Punjab Human Rights Commission and Haryana Human Rights Commission and the retired judges of the High Courts, they were invited to be the resource persons. You could see the glimpses of the previous moot court also. So it is a School of Law that we have hosted the Baldev Raj Mittal National Moot Court Competition in the month of March 2018 also. Then these are the glimpses of a conference which was conducted on cyber law and IT protection. It was held in November 2017. Then recently students, we people have conducted this program for the school students also, and not only the institutions, the private students, private schools, rather we have even conducted certain sessions for the government senior secondary schools as such, whereby it was a workshop on which was an online RTI awareness week we have celebrated, and almost around 200 and more than that dignitaries have participated in such kind of event. These are the glimpses of the session free legal assistance camp that was conducted at the campus very recently on 11th of November in the year 2021 itself. You could see the dignitaries standing there are the judges from the Kapurthala District Court. As such, it is a court associated with us. You could see there are certain members who are the sarpanches of the nearby villages and the members of the District Legal Service Authority. They have also been part of this particular event. Then students, these are the glimpses of the events which are conducted here in the campus. These are the glimpses of intra-moot court competition which was held here. Then in the recent past also, if I say like the dignitaries, those are coming in the LPU, Justice Kurian Joseph, who shared his expertise with us on contempt of court. Then we had Mr. Rupinder Singh Suri, who was the Additional Solicitor General of India. So the people of such high caliber and repute are coming to the institution just to share the expertise with the students. So, like along with that, expert lectures, when I'm talking about, no doubt the faculty members from the various organizations, they are also coming as an experts. Then you could see the glimpses of the experts who are coming from the industry. So Mr. Rakesh, who had been insolvency expert, has delivered lecture series on insolvency law as an adjunct faculty. Similarly, we people have just concluded the 20-hour sessions with Mr. Kshitiz Sharma, who is a practicing advocate of Punjab and Haryana High Court, who also shared his wisdom with the students. Then again, as we know that we are living in the Doaba belt, where the people are much more interested in visiting Canada on the basis of study visas and all that. And accordingly, a session was conducted for those students who are interested in pursuing their career in Canada. Then this is a very recent photograph that I have incorporated. It is for the event that we have conducted in our campus. It was an international conference on revitalizing peace, justice, social institutions, and environmental protection. It is just held on 16th of April 2022, very recently. So again, reputed dignitaries were invited there as a resource persons, and the people from India as well as from outside India, they also participated, presented their papers, like which were around more than 200 in number. It was also done in the conference, and accordingly many of our students, they also participated and presented their papers in the conference. Expert talk, it is a session which is conducted today morning only. So just in order to let you know that it is a continuous process and we are doing it regularly. So today itself we have conducted an expert talk on the topic peaceful settlement of international dispute with respect to Russia and Ukraine. And again, the persons from the different institutions with the relevant expertise are being invited from time to time. Okay. And that's all. And it's all about the school that I was supposed to discuss about. And I was to tell you the brief of the activities that we are conducting at the School of Law. Now, I am handing it over to Suman ma'am. Over to you, ma'am, please.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was an amazing and very informative session. It was so interesting by Dr. Meenu Chopra. Thank you for illuminating us all with your thoughts and vision. Thank you, ma'am. And next we are going to take up queries. The first query is how teaching is conducted in School of Law and what are the different pedagogical aids being used. I pass this question to Dr. Gaurav Chopra. Sorry, Gaurav Kataria.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for asking this wonderful question. So indeed, we have different pedagogy here, and how it is different from other law schools, because in India we have a number of law schools. So just a few points I would like to put it here. See, the pedagogy is depending upon teaching and learning process, and mostly this teaching and learning is confused between the term which is interchangeable, but it is not actually. Both are different. Teaching is different, learning is different. Teaching is through a teacher, learning is by the students. So the problem is when teacher delivers, he is just transferring the knowledge, and learning is purely subjective, like depending upon the students, individual students, his capacity, his competence, how he's taking it. So everywhere in India, in law schools mostly, even in all higher education system, I see that this is what happening. But in our school, what we see, what we do actually, we focus on different pedagogy, like course-based planning. We plan learning law is just based on theory and principles and practices, and that application on society. That is common for all. But in our school, what we do, we take it as a whole. We just try to apply on society, on economics and political context. So what we do, we just plan each course individually and Like we see that how we can deliver the best methodology for that. What is the best tool for that? What are the best ways for learning for that? We especially we focus on the students, the learning aspect, not one-sided, only teaching from one way delivery, lecture delivery. No, we just focus subject to subject requirements. We focus contemporary teaching methods to implement on different areas, like in IPR may have different methodology, different type of tools required. Criminal law, different type of tools required to learn. Family law, like we need different type of tools. So we just focus on the specific courses and we ensure learnings of all students, even if he is not competent. All are competent, I don't say that, but sometimes they are not willing, that they are not feeling interested to grasp it. So we try to increase their interest in concerned subject, and accordingly we plan. So that's how we do, and that's how we are different from others.
Thank you, sir. I can see on my screen, Rudravansh Raghav wants to ask question. Rudravansh, unmute yourself and ask your question. Rudravansh, I provided you the rights. Unmute yourself and ask your question.
My name is Rudransh Raghav, not Rubhavansh Raghav. Say correctly.
Okay, Rudrans, please say your question. What is your question?
The question was, what other practical aspects are involved in law teaching? The
Okay,
question
practical.
was, what
Yes.
other practical aspects are involved in law teaching?
Right, good question. So, practical aspect. If we see our like legal education system in India, we have borrowed it from America. In American schools, they just focus on theoretical part, teaching theory, and what is missed there, like in India also, all legal educators, all institutions, we just focus on the theoretical part. But in our law school, what we do, we try to just prepare our students in a way that they think like lawyer, like they develop themselves, focusing on the practical part of the courses. So whether it is a BLLB, BBLLB, or 3-year course, all students, we try to engage those students in different activities like moot court activity, research activities, legal projects. So we have developed many courses focusing on practical aspect of the course. For example, we have moot court, so that we offer in not only in 1 year but in several, like in 3rd year, 4th year, in each year. So they take part at school level, they go for national level or international level moot court competitions. We have prepared some project courses like legal project, advanced legal project, in which students work on their interest area, on socio legal research. They learn like how to research, and that is actually useful for them when they go into the field, when they go to the court. They know how to do a research for a court, for a lawyer. Like our this law domain is based on completely on research, so we need to prepare our students in a way that they perform research properly, and they do well at student level, at they give their best output at industry level. So such courses we have prepared. Moot court is one of them, project is one of them. One course we have prepared called student centric activity. So we give complete freedom to the students. They work on the area of interest, specific area of concern. They prepare their project on that. They make themselves expert in that particular area. So these are the practical aspects. We are like focusing on them as well. Additionally, like we are offering some class assignments for each course, and each class assignment is giving practical aspect. It is not just giving or submission of your work, but we try to plan everything in a way that the student get involved in that, they get interest in that, and then they will submit. So practical aspect is not missed. Like, we focus maximum on that part.
Thank you so much, sir. The next question, Sajia Agarwal wants to know, law is a professional degree, whether students are required to go for any internships. I pass this question to Dr. Meenu.
Okay, so as of I have just given a brief overview of the thing that the internships are planned for all the students. So either the student may be the 3-year student or the 5-year student, but they have to go for the internships. So as of internships are mandatory for us, so every student compulsorily will have to go for an internship program of 1 month after the completion of their entire academic year. And this internship can further be discussed at various other places. So depending upon the area which is chosen by the student.
Thank you, ma'am. Next question is, where a student can do his internship? This is asked by Anushka.
Okay, so internships can be done at various places. At the various places when I'm talking about it is not only the courts in which the student can go. The student can go in the courts, first of all, either in the district court or anywhere, wherever he feels like he want to know the practicalities of the law, whatever are applicable. Secondly, he can go for the NGOs. Then the student can also go to the various commissions, just like Human Rights Commission be there, National Women Commission is there, then Labor Commission hai, then Competition Commission, etc. So in all such kind of commissions, that is the government organizations, whatever we have, they also invite applications from the law students, and thereby they can apply. And normally, many of our students are already selected for such kind of internships, and as we are sending our students thereby to do such kind of things. And you will be happy to know that many of our students, they have been doing their internship in the parliament and also in the high court as well as in the Supreme Court also. Not only with the lawyers, but also with the judges. So this is how the internships are planned overall. So it gives a good exposure to the student, not only to understand the law at the local level, but from the angle of the advocate or the practitioner, but also from the angle of the judge or the jurist, how they are understanding and evaluating each and every case.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I can see on my screen Hitesh Dubey. Hitesh, unmute yourself and ask your question. Good afternoon, Hitesh. Unmute yourself and ask your question.
Is ma'am, is BSc LLB is there available?
Is BA LLB is in campus?
BSc.
BSc.
Okay, BSc LLB is not being offered as such. We are offering BA LLB and BBA LLB. 2 courses for the 10+ students. We are having this only with us.
Gurminder Singh wants to know, how can you make your student industry ready? This question I pass to Dr. Gaurav.
All right, industry ready. We just plan for each course focused on industry, and we have certain like points that I would like to share with you. Different courses we are offering and in different domains like corporate law, intellectual property, criminal law, family law, etc. So what we see the requirements in the industry, and we see like we send our students for internship, and we get the feedback from people who are keeping them, who are giving them work, and we see like what is missing, how we can improve that. We keep working on that continuously. We are working to improve our offerings, our pedagogy, our course outcomes, everything. So what we do, we see what are the areas in India like where the requirements are there, and in the particular field, we just develop our students in a particular field where they have interest. So how do we develop them? We organize guest lectures, we engage them on that particular area, they research in that particular area, we send them for moot court competition on that particular area, and we just collaborate with some other institutions for short training programs, etc. So we get feedback from others, we get feedback from industry people, from those who are industry experts, we call them, we arrange meetings with them. So the meetings are arranged for students, and as well as sometimes we arrange meetings by our own, like for faculty members, how to develop, how to get it, how to take the challenges of certain problems that our students are facing while getting into the industry and getting the jobs. So we keep working on that. So that's how, like, we can after getting feedback from students, from our alumni, from our industry experts, and we incorporate those feedbacks, and we keep changing our schemes, we keep developing them, we keep updating them, and the areas where we can focus, the areas where it is in demand in the market. So that's how we can, I can say that our students are industry ready always. So whenever they go into the market after completing their course, they will get a job, good job, and they are getting actually.
Thank you so much, sir. Sanjoy Kandar wants to know, what are the career prospects after law?
Career prospects, right? Career prospects, all of you, all students, they know only few fields, like they can become judge, they can become advocate, public prosecutor, law managers, or they can work as a paralegal researcher. But there are there is no any area, in fact, there is nothing which is untouched by law domain. Everything, wherever you go, whatever you are doing, whether your father, your relatives are advocate or not, but you can get into this field. You can start working in any field where you want, where you have interest. Like your father is engineer or doctor, you can start working in that domain in legal field, like construction law, that is for engineers, in which you will learn contract law, planning law, property law, commercial law, tortious liabilities, etc. So there is a unlimited scope. Sky is the limit only. So if you want to work for medical, like in a clinic or in hospitals, so there are certain things, like you can develop yourself for negligence law, for criminal negligence, and there are certain laws like employment law. If you are interested in business, you can develop yourself as a business, as an employment lawyer, where you can work on resolution of any dispute between employer and employees. If you are interested in scientist law, science law, scientists is there, so you can work for energy infrastructure law. So there is no limit actually. Wherever you go, you will see that law is there, and you can develop yourself in a particular law, because in this era the demand is for specialization. And when you complete your degree along with the specialization, you are highly in demand. So becoming law, becoming judge, becoming advocates, becoming public prosecutor, these are the limitations. But again, like I would say, you can develop yourself in any area, and the demand is high in the market. You go any company, they need legal experts, legal managers to deal with legal issues. So I would say, like, the demand is high and it is increasing day by day.
Thank you so much, sir. So next we move on to Mr. Pankaj Viz, who is going to share his words on eligibility, fees, scholarship, and infrastructure part of the university. Over to you, sir.
Right, thank you very much. And it was a very insightful discussion that we have had pertaining to the world of law. So the students would have been deeply informed about the career prospects and everything in the field of law. Well, my job over here is to tell you something more about the university as such and what you can expect when you come to the university. Plus, I'll be also briefing the students about the eligibility criteria, the fee structures, and the scholarships as such in the relevant program. So off we go. Allow me to start. I'll just start off with my presentation. And first of all, I'd like to discuss on a very positive note that LPU is not only known for creating academicians, researchers, but we are also known now for creating world-class sports people. The year was 2021 when the Tokyo Olympics 2020 was held, and quite a few of our brave hearts made it to the top and brought laurels to the country, to the state, to the university. You talk about people like Bajrang Punia, you talk about Neeraj Chopra, you talk about the 7 members of the Indian hockey squad. They all belong to LPU. Even the captain of the Indian hockey squad, which won the bronze medal after 1980 in Olympics, was Manpreet Singh, and he's our student. So I would like to start on a very positive note that it's not only about academics that we are known, but now we are also known for creating world-class sports people. And this slide is the evidence of that particular fact. So I just move on. Rankings for any university, rankings are of prime importance. And by the time impacts ranking, we have been ranked second all over the world by them. Amongst the globally ranked 200 universities, we have been ranked second. Moving on, the World University Ranking has ranked us 36th in India amongst the top 36, or rather we are the 36th by them in India. For the School of Law, for law we have been ranked 24th all over India. That's our NIRF ranking, Ministry of Education, Government of India rankings of the School of Law. Moving on, when you come to the university, previous 2 years have been it's been lost in pandemic, but things are looking bright, things are looking up, things are looking good. So when you come to the campus, this is what you can expect, and this is what we have done in the past. The year was 2019, and we hosted the 106th edition of the prestigious Indian Science Congress. It was inaugurated by none other than the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, who came to the campus to inaugurate the gala event. Convocation ceremonies, we have had quite a few intellects, spiritual gurus coming to the university, interacting with the students, giving away degrees. One of the examples being His Holiness the Dalai Lama was here a few years back in one of the convocation ceremonies, giving away degrees to the students. We have had 2 former presidents of India and Afghanistan sharing the same stage, giving away degrees to the students. Shri Arun Jaitley ji, the late Finance Minister of India, was here a few years ago. He inaugurated a startup school at LPU. 2018, Venkaiah Naidu ji, the Vice President of India, came to LPU and gave away degrees in one of the convocation ceremonies. We have had quite a few other intellects coming to the university, like Kaunal Gopal Das was here some time back, giving away live sermons to the students, to the faculty, and to the parents. Not only politicians or intellects, but the real heroes, who are the real life heroes of our young generation, they also throng the campus, they also come to the campus and interact with our students. So this is the kind of life that you can expect when you come to the university. Infrastructure, my dear students, infrastructure is the part of education. It's a very, very important part of education. And what you're seeing right now on your screen is a marvel of a building, 14 blocks joined back to back, and it houses the, apart from other departments, it houses the central library of the university. What you're seeing on the screen right now is the auditorium. It's a 2,500 capacity auditorium in a single go, and this is where all our cultural fests and everything happens. A glimpse of the computer lab. We have got a whole lot of them within the campus. This is the glimpse of the library that I was talking about. This is the automated library that we have got within the university. It's a central library, and every department has its own independent library as well. The heart of the building, the heart of the campus, 600-acre campus, the heart of the campus, we have got a mall. What you're seeing right now on your screen is a mall. Let me take you inside the mall. Sneak peek inside the mall. It's got Providence stores. It's got other community stores where the students can purchase their stuff. It houses a fully equipped gymnasium. If you're a health freak, which you should be, this is the right place to be with international trainers. Quite a few recreational facilities such as the bowling alleys. God forbid any student falls ill, but if somebody falls ill, we are ready. We have got a university hospital within the university, having resident medical doctor staff, 25-bedder hospital, even a dental chair at the disposal of the students. These are some of the glimpses of the view of LPU. It's a very green and a lush green campus. Owing to this particular thing, we have been awarded as amongst the top 10 cleanest campuses of India by the Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India. That's the night vision of the campus. If you're a sporting freak, as I told you that sports is the way of life at LPU. If you're a sporting freak and you want to make a career in sports as well, LPU is the right place to be. We have got Olympic-sized swimming pool. We have got all sorts of courts. You name a court, you get it. Even a shooting range, basketball courts, badminton courts, volleyball courts, and so on and so forth. Even a squash court at your disposal. That's an aerial view of the indoor sporting complex that we have at LPU. A residential facility, we have got students from all nook and corner of India, worldwide as well. So we have got a big, what we call a hostel facility or the residential facility. It houses more than 20,000 people in a single go. And these are some of the other amenities that we are offering within the campus. We have got banks, we've got ATMs, it's a completely Wi-Fi campus, even a post office, gymnasiums, hospitals, and convenience stores. So these are the amenities that we are offering within the campus. Allow me to take you to the website. So if you want to know, any student wants to know about the eligibility criteria, the fee structures, and so on and so forth, you just log on to lpu.in. On lpu.in, go to the admissions link. If you want to know something about, say, a BA LLB program, after 12th undergraduate program, you go to regular programs, you click it over here, and you're taken to the next page where you see a whole lot of disciplines will appear. Here you go. This is the law discipline that we are talking about today. It's the discussion of law. And I click it over here. You see BA LLB Honors Program and the BBA LLB Honors Program. Let's take a look at the BA LLB program. I just click it over here and I'm taken to the next page where I scroll a little bit and I'm taken to the eligibility criteria. So the eligibility criteria of the program is pass with 60% marks in aggregate in 12th with English as a compulsory subject or equivalent, subject to qualifying LPU NEST. This is our own exam, or a student could have cleared CLAT or the LSAT exam, which are the national level exams for the law program. So that is the comprehensive eligibility of the program. Let's take a look at the fee structures. You need to go up to this slider, just click the fee structure over here, and you're taken to the fee structure. The fee structure of the program is 1,20,000 per semester, but there are a whole lot of scholarships that we are offering on this basic fee. If anybody's got 80 to 89.99% of marks in 10th or in the 12th standard, then there's a 30% scholarship given to the student, and the fee goes down to 84,000 per semester. If somebody's got 90 to 94.99 aggregate marks in 10th or in 12th, there's a 40% scholarship. The fee goes down to 72,000 per semester. Similarly, anybody's got more than 95% marks in 10th standard or in 12th standard, there's a scholarship of 50%. So that's the optimum scholarship that a student can get. Similarly, you write down our LPU NEST exam. You are amongst the cutoff 3, you get 30% scholarship. You are amongst the cutoff 2, you get 40% scholarship. You are amongst the cutoff 1, you are at 50% scholarship. So 50% scholarship is the ultimate scholarship that we can offer. So your fee goes down to 50%, that is 60,000 per semester. And it's worth mentioning over here, my dear students, that once a scholarship administered to a student shall remain the same way throughout the course of the program. Moving on, what are the other scholarships that we are offering? You just click it over here on the scholarship button. I click it over here. What are the other scholarships? The scholarships I've shown you are on the basis of previous 2 qualifications. LPU Nest, even scholarships are there on the basis of national level test, which is CLAT and LSAT. So if you got ranks in this vicinity in the CLAT or LSAT exam, once again, 30, 40, 50% scholarships are at your disposal. Some other special scholarships on offer. These are some of the other scholarships that we offer to our students. If you have excelled in the world of sports, you have played at the national level, international level, or so on and so forth. If you have participated in cultural events, or you have participated in some social service activities or extracurricular activities, there are scholarships on the basis of this as well. Plus, if you're a board topper, there's scholarships on that behest as well, and a few financial aids on offer. The financial aids on offer are if student is from a humble background, I mean to say financially humble background, there are scholarships or financial aids for such students as well. If somebody's parents are working with the defense forces, there are scholarships for those students as well. And God forbid, if somebody is an orphan student or maybe a disabled student, then there are scholarships or fee waivers for such students as well. So a whole lot of scholarships are on offer for the law programs. So this is something about the scholarship. All in all, you want to contact us, you want to speak to us, you want to have in-depth knowledge of the program, or you just simply want counseling, you can talk to our counselors on this number, that's 01824517000, or you can write to us on admissions@lpu.co.in, or you can visit us at www.lpu.in. So I'll request the students to take a snapshot of this particular slide. It will be of great help to all of you. On that note, I sign off. Back to you, Suman.
Thank you so much, sir. This was really very informative. Thank you to all the experts. So, experts, your years of research, your depth of understanding the topic, and your ability to present the topic in such an interesting way produced one of the most wonderful afternoon for all the attendees. On behalf of all the attendees of this webinar, I want to thank you for your insightful presentations. Hopefully, the attendees found this webinar to be valuable, as the information provided in this webinar will help them to take better decisions regarding admission. I'm obliged and once again thankful to Dr. Meenu Chopra, Dr. Gaurav Kataria, and Mr. Pankaj Ved for strengthening this platform. Signing off for the day. Thank you, everyone.